I think Jerry Jones might have finally actually legitimately lost his damn mind because Mike McCarthy is a good head coach and they just let him walk so that they could promote Brian Schottenheimer. Why? Why? Like, it's one thing to get rid of Mike McCarthy. The message has gotten stale. You see a better, younger option. Mike McCarthy is being difficult and wants to do things his way, and Jerry Jones wants to do it a different way. Whatever. Those are all, I don't want to say good reasons, but like valid reasons to move on. But it seems that Jerry Jones just legitimately thought Brian Schottenheimer was a better head coaching option. And Jerry Jones barely interviewed anybody before making this hire, which leads me to believe this is a little bit of a Gerard Mayo situation where the owner identified an assistant coach that he really loved and just promoted him because. And Brian Schottenheimer is not a total unknown. He's never been a head coach before, but he's been an offensive coordinator, and he's been really, really bad at it. Most of you should be old enough to remember the Let Russ Cook movement, like in OG Twitter, where like every Analytica, every member of Analytica, every guy who thought he was smarter than he was, who loved Russell Wilson, was like, oh, look, Russell Wilson's really efficient at this low volume. We should throw the ball a lot more, and he'll continue to be exactly as efficient when scaled. Yeah. Anybody who's run a marathon knows that you run the first mile a lot faster than you run the last one, so that was kind of dumb. Brian Schottenheimer was the offensive coordinator who wouldn't call passing plays. Not great. Brian Schottenheimer has coached, or called plays rather, in 2 spots before Dallas, and both times has been extremely run heavy and not very creative, with poor designs in the passing game when he eventually gets to them. What the fuck are we doing here, Dallas? Like, what's the idea? I know. I get it now. The Cowboys have an elite all-world offensive line, and they got Ezekiel Elliott, who's a great young running back. Right? Fuck, it's not 2017 anymore. And it hasn't been for like a long time, like a decade. Yeah, like in 2017, this would have kind of, sort of, in a way made sense, but it's 2025, and you just paid Dak Prescott a boatload of money to be mediocre for you. Your offensive line's falling apart and aged. You have no running back because Rico Dowdle is, look, short guy love, but I mean, he is 5'6". Deuce Vaughn is 5'6". Are you trying to hide your running backs in the carry-ons when you get on the team plane? I'm not saying I'm bigger, but I'm saying they're too small. I don't know where Dallas is going with all this. So I think they made a bad head coaching hire. They got a bad offensive coordinator now who's the head coach. They had a good offensive coordinator who was their head coach. And they got rid of him for nothing. And then they brought back Matt Eberflus to be their defensive coordinator. He's not good at that. Who told you he was good at that? The Bears' defense wasn't very good. The Colts' defense when he was there was not good. All he does is run the same exact cover 2 base defense every play out of nickel. What are you doing? Cowboys fans, I would feel bad for you if I wasn't so certain that you think this is the answer and it's all better now. Delusions of grandeur are a sad thing to watch, but they're an even more annoying thing to have to persevere through. The Cowboys are now the dregs of the NFC East, and I don't see that changing. The Eagles are going to lose a lot of players. They're still going to be really good, and they have the best GM in football, at least top 3. They'll reload. They'll be okay. The Commanders seem to be here to stay because Cliff Kingsbury does not want to be a head coach anymore. So their offense is going to stay good. They won't suck. That's for damn sure. And the Giants finally got rid of their terrible quarterbacks. They're going to bring in either Matt Stafford or Cam Ward. Good stuff, buddy. So I don't really see. Look, it's going to be dark in Dallas for the next few years. And we're still going to have to watch their terrible asses on Monday Night Football like 4 times for no good reason. God bless. Dallas, I give it a D. All right, I think Brian Schottenheim's a D as a coach. And I think that Mike McCarthy was a B+. And I think the delta between that is an F. This is a terrible hire. In almost any other year, this would be the worst hiring decision anybody made. But the Patriots and Buccaneers just barely inched out the dumber decisions. Let's explain why in the next sections.